Hello guys, welcome back to my channel here. Thank you guys for tuning in. Today I have a general vlog style video where I have to work on a bunch of my cars. I have a bunch of different things going on. So this is kind of funny. Every single time I drive the Talon, I have some new issue. So it's either I have an issue where the O2 sensor just went bad, just happened. So I have that to put in. The injectors are sticking sometimes, so I'll have a random miss at idle. And like for example, the air filter was extremely dirty, so I do have to clean that up there. Of course I use a K&N filter there, but let's kind of see what I can get done in this video today. Thankfully the O2 sensor is easy to get to. It's just right down there at the very bottom there, and then I just run it up through here back behind the battery. It's where I have the wideband kind of plugged in at. I just have a super long extender that runs it out. I do have the air filter here, which is already cleaned. I just have to re-oil it there. Down here I have a exhaust leak again for like the 10th time that I have to fix, so I have to do that. And of course clean the injectors. Thankfully they're fairly easy to get to right down in here. And yeah, let's just kind of see what all I can get done. Alright, really honestly doesn't matter how much oil I put on this, because I mean, I don't have a mass airflow sensor, so I don't have to worry about plugging that up, so I can just go to town with this. There we go, nice red filter again instead of gray. Thankfully these injectors are easy to get to. I can just pretty much pull them out whenever. The reason I have to pull these injectors to clean them is because since I'm running E85, there's no real way to actually clean the injectors, and they really gum the injectors really bad, so I'm about to pull the fuel rail right now. So this here's got to be the worst one. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but the entire tip is just completely covered in gunk. Alright, so now how I plan to clean the injectors is with this. This is a little ultrasonic machine I picked up from Harbor Freight. If you press TC, it turns on a heater and heats up the water, keeps the water pretty hot. I already have hot water in there, and all I have to do is just set the time, then turn it on, and it will run for however long. I think this is 180 seconds, but you can set it for, it's like 480 seconds, so it goes fairly long. I don't know what that converts to in minutes, but should get the job done today. Alright, so now I have them all pulled, dropped in here. This is a mixture between Simple Green and just some Dawn dish soap. So heater is on. They're still kind of bubbling up there, telling me that they're filling up with some of the solution. What I will do is I will just turn this sucker on. And I will let those clean for probably a good, that says 480 seconds, but I'm probably going to do it twice. In the meantime, while I'm waiting on those to clean, I'm probably going to jack up the car just so I can get started on doing the O2 sensor. Now, because it's an Innovate LC2, I do have to recalibrate the O2 sensor to ensure it does work properly. O2 sensor out here, and definitely does not look the best here. It's definitely coated in a bunch of stuff that does not look good, and I'm guessing that's probably when I had my transfer case seal leak, and that's could be potentially why this doesn't work anymore. It just kind of sunk in over time and ate everything up, is what I'm guessing. Well, I've had these injectors in the ultrasonic cleaner for well over an hour, and they don't really look any better. They just still have all that gunk built up on them, unfortunately. So I'm probably gonna have to send these out to get cleaned, because they're just way too far beyond my repair. Now, on the calibration process, I have to go in here I have to pull apart the interior because the controller for the wideband is behind here. So, let's see. Thankfully here it's just a screw or two, so I can just go right in here and get this panel off real fast. Alright, so I did find the controller here, buried under some wires. There is the light kind of right there. I'll circle it when I get at this. But yeah, I just have to look at that, wait for a couple blinks, do a couple different things, just checking the blinks to get it calibrated, and then we should be good to go. What I did not tell you guys is I also need to do the drive shaft center support bearings on this. There is a company I just found that does do an upgraded version that is not too bad of a price. It's like $400, and I'm like, for an upgrade for this, when you can't find any parts for this thing anymore, that's really good. I also wanted to let you guys know, I did just send the MR2 over to my collision center that it's part of the company I work for, and they are pulling the body back into shape. Of course, I'm going to do everything else there, like the bumper and painting the fender. Well, maybe not painting the fender, but I will be doing a lot of the work on it. Well, unfortunately right now, I can't calibrate the O2 sensor until I have the injectors in, because I have to be able to power cycle the Innovate LC2, and when I go to turn it on, it's of course in the on position, which of course primes my fuel pump, but I can't prime the fuel pump because there's no injectors there, because it'll just spray fuel all over the engine bay. So I will have to wait until I get these injectors clean. I will be sending these out to a gentleman I frequently kind of know. He works over at Jack's Transmission. Of course, that's where I got all the parts to be able to rebuild the transmission in this, which is, I think, one of the first videos I posted up here on YouTube. But he will be able to clean those for me. He does have a machine that'll properly clean the injectors for me, so I will send them to him. His name's Kevin McGee. If you guys live in the Colorado Springs area and you need your injectors cleaned, definitely go see him. Alright guys, so it's been about a week since I've filmed anymore, but you guys will see this all in the same video. I did get the injectors cleaned professionally. They came out looking amazing there. Big shout out to Kevin McGee. Works at Jack's Transmissions, so if you guys ever need your injectors cleaned and you live in the Colorado Springs area, definitely hit him up. He does an amazing job. Now time to get back to installing them and the O2 sensor. So everything's fairly simple and clean to get to, thankfully. Basically, when I rewired everything, everything's all tucked pretty well. It's just time to just plug and play and go.
We were staying in Paris to get away from your parents, and I thought, wow, if I could take this in a shot right now, I don't think that we could work this out on the terrace. I don't know if it's fair, but I thought, how could I let you fall by yourself? Well, I'm wasted with someone else. If we go down, then we go down together. They'll say you could do anything. They'll say that I was clever. If we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything. Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are better. We were staying in Paris. Cigarette, posting pictures of yourself on the internet, out on the terrace. We breathe in the air of this small town, on our own, cutting glass with the thrill of it, getting drunk on the past we were living in. If we go down, then we go down together. They'll say you could do anything. They'll say that I was clever. If we go down, then we go down together. We'll get away with everything. Let's show them we are better. Let's show them we are. Show them we are. Show them we are. Show them we are. Let's show them we are better. We're staying in Paris.
Alright, I just decided I'm going to leave the throttle cable bracket off because the injectors I do still have to plug in, but I want to wait until I get the O2 sensor in when I go to start key cycling everything, because once I start to key cycle, the fuel pump's going to prime, and it's going to want to prime the injectors as well. So I figured, let's get the O2 sensor in, and then I'll plug them in, we'll start her up, see how she runs. Alright, so I'm getting ready to calibrate the O2 sensor for the Innovate LC2. What I have to do looks like I just have to, with the sensor disconnected, I just have to apply power to the controller, and then when power is applied, it'll light up green for 2 seconds, and then it'll turn red and flash a 2-blink sequence. I have to leave it flashing the 2-blink sequence for about 30 seconds. I set my timer for about 40, so here we go. I will turn it on, so we are green, now it's red, and now I will start my timer. Alright, so now that it is done after 30 seconds there, I will shut the car back off. Now I have to go back and attach the O2 sensor there. Alright, I just got the O2 sensor attached. I have it dangling here because it does need to do a free air calibration here. So we will come back in. Alright, now the instructions say power it up. Status light will light up green for about 2 seconds. While it initializes, status light will then start flashing green twice a second, indicating that the sensor is heating up to its operating temperature. After 30 to 60 seconds, the light will flash green for a series of very quick flashes, indicating the sensor has calibration is being performed. Lastly, the light will light up solid green, saying that the unit is operational and ready to take read of the O2 content in the exhaust gas. So here we go. Alright, so we are blinking green down there. And yep, it looks like it is starting the calibration. Alright, so I have the new O2 sensor installed. Now I just gotta put the injector clips back on up here, just plug them all in, and then I should be good to go. I just have to plug these in, and then there we go. More. Those are all plugged in, secure. Now I just have to tighten down the throttle cable bracket. In there. Alright, once I get that tightened down, should be good to go. But I just have to take out the jack stand first. notice the vehicle was dead because my radio reset and everything. I'm like, it's only been sitting here for like 2 weeks, so I'm like, I need to figure out where I have a draw, if I do have a draw. But Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, share, comment down below your thoughts. And soon I'll be doing a video me driving around the ITBs so you guys can hear them. I'll throw a GoPro in the engine bay so you can get a clear shot and the sound of it. But I hope you guys enjoy. Remember, don't quit on a body that won't quit.